Okay, here we have a schematic on the left telling us how we're going to connect these real-world components on the right. Now on the left we see two batteries. They're actually connected in parallel. We'll learn more about that later on in the course. But we also have two light bulbs. Now on the right we see light bulb A and light bulb B. So let's call the top one light bulb A and the bottom one light bulb B. There's a switch, which I'll label with an S. So this is our switch in the schematic. That's the symbol for a switch. And then I've got battery 1 and battery 2. And I'll label those accordingly on our diagram as well. So the idea is we're going to take this schematic, this map of the circuit, and we're going to connect real-world wires in between the components on the right to match this schematic. Now it doesn't really matter where we start. So let's start at light bulb A. Now on the left-hand side of light bulb A, on one side of light bulb A, so let's just say it's right here on the left-hand side, notice how it's connected. There's a solid conducting line, a wire, that connects to 2 or 3 even different spots. Notice there's nothing in between this wire all the way to the positive terminal of B1. So it's a direct connection to B1. It's also a direct connection to B2. So there's the positive terminal of B2. There's also a direct connection to the switch. So let's start by connecting light bulb A, the left-hand side, to the positive terminal of B1. So I need a wire that goes from the positive terminal of B1 to the left-hand side of light bulb A. So I have done, and I'll call this wire number 1. I have done this little connection right here. All right, now on the other side of this connection, we're still on the left-hand side of light bulb A. There's also a direct connection to one side of the switch. So there's another wire that's going to go from here to one side of the switch. I'll call that wire number 2. Now if I go back to this battery, light bulb A also goes all the way to the positive terminal of battery 2. So I could take a wire and go from light bulb A and connect it all the way to the positive terminal of battery B as well. But that's generally not how you connect things in circuits. You generally want to make it as clean as possible. So we're going to put these two batteries in parallel. So I'm going to connect a wire from the positive terminal of battery 1 to the positive terminal of battery 2. And I'm going to call that wire number 3. So that's this little wire right here. From the positive terminal of battery 1 to the positive terminal of battery 2. Wire number 3. Similarly, the negative terminal of battery 2 is connected to the negative terminal of battery 1. We'll call that wire number 4. So this little connection right here is our next wire. Negative terminal to negative terminal. Like that. That's wire number 4. Now also, from the negative terminal of battery 1, there's a direct connection to one side of light bulb A. So I could take a wire from battery 1 to one side of light bulb A like that. But since it's also connected to battery 2, I could really connect that wire anywhere at any spot along wire number 4. It's all connected to the same thing. I'm going to start it right at this post, but you could also start it on the right-hand side of battery 2. So there's a wire that goes like this. And I'm going to call this one wire number 5. One side of light bulb A has a direct connection to the right-hand side of light bulb B. So if I take a wire from the right-hand side of light bulb A, there's a direct connection to the right-hand side of light bulb B. So I've done this little connection right in here, and I'll call that wire number 6. Now, on the other side of light bulb B goes to the other side of the switch. So I'm going to call this little wire right here wire number 7. So from the left-hand side of light bulb B to the right-hand side of the switch, there's wire number 7. And then we just got to make sure we've got everything connected. So notice how everything's highlighted on my schematic. Now I didn't miss one. I'm just going to double check. From the left-hand side of the light bulb, there's supposed to be a wire to the left-hand side of the switch, which I called wire number 2. So there it is. It's already connected. So I should, just for the sake of completion, finish that little tracing so that I know I've covered everything on the diagram. So there's my equivalent wire setup, the wiring to create that schematic circuit on the left.